Never stop and think about what's actually happening after you take a bite of food? I mean, it's pretty wild. It's this incredible journey that turns, a sandwich or a slice of pizza into the very energy that's letting you listen to this right now. So today, let's follow that food on its amazing trip through your body. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the fuel itself, what we're eating. Then we'll see how it all gets broken down. After that, we'll take a tour through the gut, see how those nutrients get delivered to your cells, and wrap up with how to keep this whole incredible system in top shape.
All right, let's kick things off right at the beginning. What's on your plate? Because before any of the magic of digestion can happen, we got to understand what our body is even looking for in the first place.
No, really. Take a second. Picture it. Was it a bowl of cereal? A salad? Maybe a burger? Whatever it was, that meal was a mix of different nutrients, and your body needs a very specific cocktail of them every single day just to work properly.
And here they are, the Magnificent Seven. A really balanced diet isn't about cutting things out. It's about getting all of these guys in the right proportions. Think of it like a team. Carbs are your sprinters, giving you quick energy. Proteins are the construction crew, building and repairing everything. Fats are like the battery pack, storing energy for later. Then you've got vitamins and minerals. They're the managers, overseeing all the chemical reactions. Fiber is the cleanup crew. And water, well, water is the transport system that makes everything else possible.
The key word here is balance. Now, this chart is a great way to visualize it. It's not some super strict rule, but it gives you an idea of where our energy should come from. See how the biggest chunk is carbohydrates? That's our main go-to fuel. Fats give us that denser, long-term energy, and protein is really focused on its main job of growth and repair. They all have a role to play.
Okay, so we know what's in the food. Now let's follow it into the body's own processing plant. Believe it or not, the breakdown process starts the instant you take that first bite.
And digestion is really a two-part attack. You've got mechanical digestion, that's the physical part. Think crushing, grinding, mashing. And then you have chemical digestion, where these amazing little molecules get to work dissolving the food at a microscopic level. You absolutely need both.
And your teeth are the perfect example of those specialized mechanical tools. I mean, they're not all the same shape, right? You've got the sharpened incisors up front for cutting, the pointy canines for tearing, and then the wide, flat premolars and molars in the back that act like a mortar and pestle, just grinding everything into a paste.
Now, while your teeth are busy with all that crushing, the chemical attack has already started. Your saliva isn't just water, It's packed with these things called enzymes. An enzyme is basically a molecular scissor, and your saliva has one called amylase that immediately starts snipping away at starches. It's why a cracker will start to taste sweet if you just let it sit in your mouth. So all this chewing and mixing forms the food into a soft little ball called a bolus, and it's ready to be swallowed. Let's keep going. Once we swallow, that little ball of food starts its long, winding journey down what's called the alimentary canal. And that's basically the tube that runs all the way from your mouth to, well, to the other end. And here's how that food moves. It's not just falling down with gravity. It's an active, really powerful process called paracelsus. The muscles in your esophagus literally squeeze in a wave-like motion behind the food, pushing it along. It's so strong you could technically eat while hanging upside down, though maybe don't try that at home. So the first major stop on this tour is the stomach. Think of it like a muscular washing machine. It churns the food around in a bath of super acidic gastric juice. This acid does two really important things. It kills most of the nasty bacteria you might have swallowed, and it creates the perfect environment for another one of those molecular scissors, an enzyme called pepsin, to start chopping up all the protein. After a few hours of this, the food is now a semi-liquid paste called chyme.
Okay, this is when the support crew gets called in. These are organs that food doesn't actually pass through, but digestion couldn't happen without them. The liver makes something called bile, which gets stored in the gallbladder. Bile is kind of like dish soap for fats. It breaks up big blobs of fat into tiny little droplets. At the same time, the pancreas sends in a powerful enzyme cocktail to finish the job on any leftover carbs, proteins, and fats. And all of these juices meet up with the food in the next stop, the small intestine. And don't let that name fool you. This thing is about 5 meters long. This is the main event. This is Grand Central Station. It's where the final breakdown of food happens and where almost all of the nutrients get absorbed.
So what makes the small intestine so incredibly good at its job? Well, the inside isn't a smooth pipe. It's covered in millions and millions of these tiny finger-like folds called villi. And even those are covered in tinier folds. It's all about maximizing surface area. In fact, if you could flatten out the inside of your small intestine, it would cover a tennis court.
a tennis court, all cleverly folded up inside you. It's amazing.
So the nutrients have been successfully pulled out of our food. That's awesome, but that's only half the story. How do they get from the gut to, say, the muscles in your arm or the cells in your brain where they're actually needed?
This is where we hit a crucial two-step process. Think of it like this. Absorption is when the nutrients move from your intestine into your bloodstream. It's like the delivery truck dropping the groceries at your front door. But the job isn't done yet. Assimilation is when your body cells actually use those groceries, taking them in for energy or to build or repair things. One is delivery, the other is putting it to work.
So after being absorbed, most of these nutrients hop on a special highway, like a VIP entrance called the hepatic portal vein, which takes them straight to the liver. The liver is like the master sorting facility. It's the traffic controller. It decides what to store for later, like extra sugar, and what to send out immediately to the rest of the body.
I mean, we've just walked through this incredible biological marvel, right? This finely tuned machine that works around the clock. But just like any complex machine, it needs the right care and maintenance to keep running smoothly.
And this is exactly why that balanced diet is so critical. See, malnutrition isn't just about starving. It's a whole spectrum. Getting too little of something specific, like iron, can lead to diseases like anemia. But getting too much of other things, especially certain fats, can lead to huge problems like obesity and heart disease. It's all about that balance.
And that maintenance, it starts right back where our journey began, in the mouth. This quote is a great reminder that sugary foods literally feed the bacteria in your mouth. Those bacteria then produce acid, and that acid eats away at your tooth enamel, causing cavities.
When you see just how complex and important this whole system is, the question is pretty obvious, isn't it? What can we actually do to take care of it? Well, the good news is, it's not nearly as complicated as you might think. It really just boils down to these three pillars. First, fuel the machine right. Eat that balanced diet we talked about with lots of fiber to keep things moving. Second, don't sabotage the system. Go easy on the sugary stuff that causes decay and the excess fats that can cause blockages. And third, maintain the front gate. Brushing your teeth makes sure that the whole process starts off on the right foot. And that's our journey. From a simple bite of food to the trillions of cells that make you, you. Your body performs this absolute miracle every single day without you even thinking about it. So the real takeaway here isn't just a biology lesson. It's understanding that every meal is a choice to give this amazing system the fuel it needs to succeed. So maybe the next time you eat, you can ask yourself that question.